today a friend briefly mentioned to me that he kind of gave up when it comes to being a good speaker. We were talking about my YouTube channel and the fact that my whole goal is to become a better speaker. And I realized that actually I kind of gave up as well, but not anymore. So to tell you a bit of a story of how I kind of gave up, saying to myself that I will not do YouTube at all in my whole life. So I was for the story. I was on a plane and I had downloaded a few videos to listen while being on the plane. One of them was a video by Ali Abdal. It was about how to start YouTube in 2026 or something like this. I think it was last year, so probably 2025. And basically, he started his whole speech by something that I think is really responsible to do, is that YouTube might not be for you. YouTube is a lot of effort. It's very hard, and it's not like the best way. For example, if you want to make money, it's not the most the most easy way for that. You need to be committed for a few years, etc. It has to be really your passion to make videos so that you can succeed on YouTube long term. And me, honestly, I'm kind of awkward in real life. I'm looking for my words all the time. I have trouble speaking to people, putting my thoughts together. I'm very scattered especially when I need to convey a specific point. I can go on tangent and go in all direction. So clearly, video wasn't for me. I think at least that's what I thought at the time, especially because also I'm not a native English speaker, so I don't have the best accent, I don't have the best vocabulary, etc. So clearly, I was all the card were not stuck for me. So at this time, as I was taking off on the plane, I promised to myself that I will not do YouTube, that I will not be a YouTuber, and I will not do videos. So what changed now? Because you're watching that on YouTube or YouTube, so something might have changed in the meantime. So first was the realization that I don't really own myself, my younger self, to hold those promises like this, because really it felt a bit dramatic when I said it to myself that, oh, I will not start doing videos anymore, that I will focus more on writing or other ways I can express myself. But actually, I don't really have to follow those promises that I made to myself, especially because it was a limitation that really there was no reason for me to keep on being stuck this way. And also, most importantly, I realized that if I had trouble speaking, if I had trouble putting my thought together in order to convey them via speech, that's a skill and that can be improved. Something I thought it would be much harder to do. Honestly, I thought I would be still struggling at this point, or like because I had done some few tests before, and that was very bad. The first few videos that you can see publicly on my channel are all right, but when I you could find like very old videos that I posted like 7 years ago, for example, and it was very bad. I was very awkward. I was first of all, I was also speaking in French, but cannot find my words better in French. I'm telling you, I'm just awkward all the time. So clearly I was really struggling, and I thought I couldn't get better. I thought I couldn't really grow out of that, or that it would be a uphill battle that is not really worth it. And I realize now that it's not that hard. It's just needs learning how to breathe, learning how to have a plan, how to uh, have the minimum so that you can talk correctly. Not that it's easy or automatic. I will talk about it in another video, but it's a skill that can be improved and worked on, and it has not doesn't have to be impossible or impossibly hard, or it doesn't have to take you that much time. That's also something that I really thought it was all or nothing. That's something I really love to talk about. Is the fact that you don't have to be either not doing something or doing it full time and committing to it for your whole life. One thing that really was preventing me from start speaking like this was all the thing around it. So I was like, oh man, I will need to come up with good ideas for videos. I will need to do editing. Need to do SEO. I will need to do thumbnails, etc. And all of that I do not do. I mean, I come up with the idea for the videos, but they don't have to be like keyword optimized or things like this. So really, it's just I was overcomplicating it, and I was really envisioning being to, yeah, either nothing or you have to be a full-time YouTuber and have a big career on the like big career objective on it, when it can also be just a casual thing, or you can have other thing on the side. Basically, that's you can make videos without making it your entire identity. That's what I realized, and that's why now I'm here. So I wanted to leave you with some takeaways on this because I talked about myself, but what can you learn from it? um, First thing, like, yes, life changes. You can make a promise one day, or like think that, oh, X thing is not good for me, or it's not at all what I want in life, and change later. I don't know. For example, when I was younger, I didn't think that marriage was a thing that I could that would be good for me, and now I'm getting married next month. Also, art-wise, if we were talking about skills, so I'm an artist and I draw illustration. And I swear I was convinced at some point that I could only draw characters and that backgrounds were not for me. So backgrounds, landscape, all the details, etc. I really thought it was like out of my reach, and now I only do that. I realized that, oh wait, I can just learn from a picture, and one step at a time learn how to make a composition that looks all right. And now I'm doing illustration and I don't need a reference or things like that. I really found my techniques so that I can overcome this obstacle. But I really promised myself that no, I'm just gonna draw characters and that's it. So that's one of the limitation you can put on yourself. Basically, yeah, if you have put limitation on yourself when you were younger and you realize that you can overcome them, well, do it. You can actually like get through it and grow out of the limitation you put yourself on, especially when you're young, because when you're young you don't know much, you don't know anything. Skills take years to develop. I've been drawing for a decade and I'm still learning how to do that. So yeah, it's like a long-term game, so you can absolutely do anything you want as long as you have like a long enough time horizon, and you can learn to do anything. Basically, that's my message for you today. Especially if you put your mind to it. I would do another video on this, but that's basically that. Thank you for listening for my little story. Please tell me in the comments. For example, I'm sure you have other limitation you put on yourself, like, oh, this thing I would not do, or this thing is like way out of my reach and I couldn't. And it actually, I want to say also that it's okay if you keep those limitations, because for example, me, I was interested in many creative things, but I realized, for example, that for music, I really didn't have any any predisposition to it. I I really love music to listen to it, but composing music is like very hard. I could do it if I wanted to really learn the stuff, but it's not doesn't come naturally for me. But for YouTube, etc., I really, I mean, I already had the yap. I already had all the thing I want to say. First of all, so it wasn't that big of a stretch. But there is a case to be made that, limiting yourself is not that bad of a thing. I'm just saying that if you are willing to, you can go past those limitations and learn anything you want. That's my message for you today. Thank you for listening. I think I went over everything I wanted to talk about today. I wish you a very great day, and I will see you tomorrow.